In order to learn more about animals in our state, scientists study them in captivity. A reptile, an amphibian, even spiders can be interesting pets, as well as science projects. And if you love it, it can become a hobby or even a career. To learn more, I visited Reptile Days at the Indiana State Museum. Inside, I found quite a few examples of what Indiana has to offer in the creepy science department. I'm here with Jarrett Manic, and he's with the Indiana Department of Natural Resources, which is the State Museum is a division of that. And Jarrett, nice to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
Looks like you brought a few friends here. Now this is definitely a reptile.
We focus with the DNR predominantly on native species, and kind of with our exhibits that we do a lot of is native reptiles and amphibians.
The DNR has brought a variety of Indiana snakes. Many of them are common and also harmless.
We have the red milk snake and the eastern milk snake here in Indiana, and the eastern milk does not have as much red on it. And they're basically harmless. They eat a lot of rodents, eat lizards, occasionally could eat another snake.
But Indiana does have venomous snakes, like the water moccasin and the copperhead, although your chances of finding one of these are pretty slim. However, the study of these venomous snakes could be the answer to other science mysteries.
A venomous snake that most folks are very afraid of could help cure cancer.
You don't have to be a DNR officer to enjoy these creepy crawlies. It could be just your hobby. I'm here with Rick Mars, and Rick is one of these creepy crawly kind of enthusiasts like me. And that's not a snake though, is it, Rick?
No, this is a salamander.
And it's from?
It's from actually pretty much statewide Indiana. This one in particular came from Brown County.
Now this is not a reptile though, correct?
No, it's an amphibian. The eggs are laid in the water, and after they hatch they go through an aquatic stage with gills, and eventually they lose the gills and grow their legs and emerge onto land, and this is a fossorial or below ground loving species.
It wasn't very long until I noticed something that was a bit strange and the biggest reptile at the show. Well, I'm here today with a good friend of mine, former teacher, science teacher, Snakehead Ed.
Okay, this is an albino Burmese python. His name is Melvin.
Melvin. This took more than one person to get Melvin out.
Oh, certainly. He's about 15 feet long, about 95 pounds, and he's stronger than you and me. He's an albino, which means he has no dark pigment, so he would have yellow where he would normally have brown or black. And he would not grow this size in the wild because he wouldn't be able to hide. He'd get picked off by a predator easily. But he's born in captivity. And I do snake shows for schools, libraries, and scout troops, and birthday parties. And I always bring one of my big albinos because they're the big attraction. The kids love them.
He is pretty big, so a big snake like this, does he eat every day?
No, he eats about every other week. They don't eat a whole lot because they're cold-blooded, so they don't have a real high metabolism, so they eat about every other week. There's nostrils on the top, and then these slits here, those are heat sensors. And pythons have those, and they can find things in complete darkness.
Hey, thanks, Ed. I really appreciate you dedicating your life to helping kids and teaching them about beautiful things in nature, and it's a pleasure. As you can see, creepy crawlers can also be a lot of fun. A lot of people here today have helped us learn more about snakes, reptiles, and amphibians. In fact, we, I think, should try our own expedition out in Indiana. This is a great find. This is an Indiana snake called a black rat snake. And this guy loves to live in trees. In fact, most of the year he's up in trees eating birds or coming down to eat a mouse. But he's an awesome find. And if you take a look at him, he's a beautiful snake with checkerboard scales on his bottom. This is an awesome snake to learn about. You go to the library or you can ask experts about this snake. But the best thing to do with this Indiana creepy crawly when you're done is to release him back in the wild where you found him. So I'm going to put this guy right back here, and let's see if he was headed back to where he wants to go. Taking care of animals can become a family pastime. Feeding the dog, the cat, the fish, Or the hissing cockroaches? This is the Thompson family. Together, they work to rescue exotic animals. Hey Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Rick?
In many cases, these creatures were once pets to people who didn't realize what they were getting into. So many people want pets and they want exotic pets, but they're not prepared to take care of them.
We specialize in adopting especially exotics.
Taking care of these types of pets is a lot of work. Many of these animals have very specific needs. And a lot of these guys are pretty far from their original homes.
This one here is the gopher snake, and they come from out west, Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, those areas they like really well. And if you come across one of these guys in the wild, they're going to do just what a rattlesnake will do. They're going to rear up, they're going to puff up their head, and they're going to shake the end of their tail against leaves or whatever else is close by to make you think that they're a rattlesnake. And they'll actually eat the rattlesnake.
Wow.
They're immune to the rattlesnake's venom.
They're immune? I know they get up to like 6 feet.
Yeah, they do. They get pretty large. Also, pretty docile. This one's been raised in captivity, though, so that always makes a difference.
The best thing to do is when you find something out in nature is to look at it, to study it, and then leave it.
Exactly right. And as a naturalist, that's one thing that we strive hard to teach our children and others, is that nature should stay in nature.
However, the Thompsons are all experts when it comes to handling exotic animals.
There's a saying, it goes, red touches black, venom black, red touches yellow, kill a fellow.
Okay,
and who knows, you might be looking at the next Jack Hanna right here.